Long ago, a wanderer brought an enthralling gift to the people of Embervale. The elixir. It was a cure, a blessing, a weapon. Once concealed by the ancients, its might had been set free. With it came power, mistrust, and a longing for more. Humanity dug the elixir wells, ripping apart the land and each other to quench their thirst. Elixir and blood, a drop for a drop. But from the depths of the wells, an unforeseen curse crept into Embervale. The Shroud, a ruinous fog which sought only to spread and devour. Facing their downfall, ancients and humans united to forge the Flameborn. Now, your time has come. Awake.
Okay, welcome to Enshrouded. Now, I have played a little bit of the demo before, so there are parts of this game that I am familiar with, but there's obviously a lot more to see than what was available in the demo. So, yeah, come along with me on this journey. We have our avatar here, our character. The Cinder Vault. So my understanding of the basic premise for this game was pretty much as we saw in that intro video. We are a Flameborn, whatever that means. Some sort of ancient people, some sort of ancient person with an affinity for fire, I suppose. And we're on a mission to save the world from the evil shroud. That's pretty much all I know. Let's commune with the flame. Okay. Construct a flame altar. Okay. Well, I quite like the architecture. All the gold everywhere. The patterns and things. The dark stone. Nice doors. It seems incredibly bright out here. From what I saw, I don't think they have cloudy days. I think it's all, blinding sunshine for most of the time. A vast world awaits you, filled with secrets and peril. Press I and navigate to the map to track your discoveries. Okay, so we've discovered the Cinder Vault, and we've been given a map marker for our first base. So let's toddle on down there. And first, over here, these books seem to be decent sources of experience points. On the flame and its murmurs. Pure light engulfs the knowledge of the ancient breed, protecting it in a flaming core. I read that badly. Wisdom far beyond my own imagination. I could stare into the fire for hours, seeking answers, a whisper, but I hear none. Despite possessing a voice, it only speaks to those born from the flame. A shame, as I believe we could have quite enlightened conversations. Balthazar. the alchemist's theory. So Balthazar is an alchemist. A dead alchemist, most likely. But one nonetheless. So our base is going to be down there somewhere. And that blue area, the fog, is the shroud. From my explorations in the demo, I was able to find out that the shroud seems to come in different levels of danger, different threat levels. The blue stuff is pretty easy going, but the pink stuff, which is just about visible over there, is instant death. So you've got to be quite careful when you're investigating shrouded areas that you don't wander into somewhere that's going to immediately kill you. Drop all of your loot in the inaccessible area, and then you have to start off with nothing but the clothes on your back, pretty much, and dump you back at your base, even if that's miles and miles away from where you died. Okay, let's open this. I'll take all of these. Bandages and torches, very helpful. Torches do run out, but luckily they don't take an awful lot of resources to create. And they are littered everywhere. Let's have another one. Okay. Let's come over here. Use a terraforming tool or explosives to forge a path through rubble. Explosive powder balls can be thrown. Explosive barrels are detonated at range. Or should be. I mean, you can detonate them right in your own face if you want. But it's probably to be avoided. The text's a bit in the way. Can't see. That'll do. Fancy crate with a hatchet. Very nice, thank you. And another book. We're getting a little bit of frame rate lag. A drinking song. I'm not going to sing this. If you want to read it, there you go. And XP points, 10. So that's okay. Not an awful lot of experience points, but at these sort of lower levels, it's worth every one. Oop. Find ourselves a ladder. Nothing over here? No. What's that? Oh, it's just a bit of texture. Okay. Another torch over there. And then down into the shroud. The flame allows you to resist the shroud, but if you linger, you will perish. Escape the shroud to replenish your maximum time in the shroud. Okay. We can also, I think, increase our maximum time in the shroud by upgrading our flame altar when we eventually build that. Nothing behind here, no. Enshrouded. Okay, so we get a timer at the top of the screen. We have 5 minutes as your sort of minimum what you're offered. Okay. I don't know that destroying these sort of bulbs actually does anything. It's very noisy. Hissing at me. That'll do. Thank you. A rusty short sword. Nope, come on. Ugh, that's kind of unpleasant. They sort of remind me of the clickers in The Last of Us. Some metal scraps. Thank you. It seems like anything that looks like these boxes, you can get random sort of low-level materials from. And obviously some wood, because that's what the boxes are made out of. If you fall, you will rise again at your last return beacon. Very useful. Let's carry on down the hill. Construction hammer. Okay. Let's just go straight down here. Straight down to the quest objective. And then we will do some exploring in a bit. Actually, that's a good point. Let's pick some of these up now. Just saw a wolf wandering about up there. So berries and water and food and things can increase your stats. Oh, smash these open. And a potion. Very helpful. The bandages restore health over time. The health potions are just like one single health injection of, you know, varying degrees. Location reached. Okay, build a flame altar. I think. There we go. Crafting is on V. Okay. Navigate between categories, requirements, and pin or craft. Okay. Flame altar. So we need some stone. Okay, let's get some stone first. You can pick some up if they're just lying around on the floor, but a lot of the time you need to actually do some mining. I've got a wolf over there. I don't much like the wolves. Let's pick up some twigs, some plant fibre. We'll just pick up all of these loose stones. Oh, hole. I don't think we'd die, but I don't know whether we'd be able to get back out. Yeah, so that pink stuff over there is instant death. These towers contain flames, I think. Flame sparks. Sparks of flames. And they also act as fast travel points. So it's worth unlocking them as you go around. There's not too many of them in the world, but enough to be useful. Are you a rock? Yes. More sticks. More sticks. More berries and plant fibre. In the early stages of the game, it seems like you can never have too much plant fibre, so we will pick up as much of it as we find. Nope, that was too big. Okay. Doesn't come up with a prompt. Take some more berries and things. Okay, so gear that you don't want, you can turn some of them into rune pieces. And rune pieces you can use to upgrade other items of gear. So this one, for example, has something that you can unlock, and you will unlock it by using a quantity of these, however many. What's the damage, actually? 11. It does some shroud damage. I think we're probably going to stick with the axe, though. Or the hatchet. We'll just move all of these up here. We have enough for our... What are you? Oh dear. You're a goat, that's what you are. I was trying to look at my crafting menu. Thank you. Interrupting me. It's quite nice to have the goats around. Did we make a construction hammer? I can't remember. Yes, we did. Okay. So we'll press Alt to change our our hotbar. In order to make anything, we need a flame altar already. So I'm just gonna make it. It goes into our hotbars, and then I'm just gonna dump it. Where should we dump it? On a slightly flatter bit. Does that work? Yeah? Alright, let's put that there. Okay. I'm not going to read these bits so you can read them. Okay. So we can upgrade our altar, which should increase the amount of building range. Oh yeah, it says. Strengthen it, and then reset skill points. Right. Because night is setting in, we are going to make ourselves a very small shelter and sleep in it, just to get rid of the night time. Yep. Okay. Oh, but first I think we actually need a crafting table or a workbench. And we need string. Okay, well I can make those. 3 of those. 1 of these. Put you down. And then we can turn our stone into building blocks. Make plenty of these. The foundations take a lot of stone, so let's get back to the hammer. See, they take 200, which to me just seems mental. Do that. Do that. That's as big as we're going to make that, and then let's put a little door. We'll do a window. More or less making ourselves a cell. Oh, and I need more stone blocks. 300 should do it, right? Right? Okay. Is that the end? Yes. Can we make... Ooh, I don't want that. Hang on. I'll get rid of this. Can we make roof blocks? If we have more plant fibre. Okay, well let's get our weapon out. Because at night time, creatures from the shroud start hanging about. And it can get quite dangerous. Pick these fireflies up. They make torches out of them. And there's a goat. Let's pick a few bushes. Get some plant fibre. Some twigs. There's a shroud thing hanging about over there. The stone, don't mind if I do. More twigs. More bushes. We've just had a goat enter our house. Excuse you. Get out. Thank you. Have we got enough to make... We do. Okay. We'll see where 200 gets us. I don't know that we're going to be able to put a door on here. Let's do it like this. Oh, it doesn't want to do it properly. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Nah, okay. It's R to turn things around. Okay, let's get rid of that. See if I can make a door. A door, wooden door. More string and some logs. I'll just make a bed. We need some string, some torn cloth, and some plant fibre. Just have a look at all of these. So our next task is going to involve making a glider and a grappling hook. Look at the window. An illumination. Yeah, so we need some more fireflies and then we can make a firefly lamp. It's quite pretty at night, I suppose. But it's dangerous at night. I think, actually, if I come back over here into the safety of the fire, we are going to try and make ourselves a... Aha. What do we need? String, okay. We can make one string. Let's make an axe. And then we can use said axe to go and cut down some trees. In the early part of the game, there is no such thing as too many resources. I imagine that an awful lot of this first episode is going to be gathering up resources. We are cold, apparently, according to the status in the top left. Just wait for our stamina to recharge. Now I can't see anything. Okay, got quite a few logs and things. Just have a quick look around here. We'll pick this mushroom, thank you. Oh no, you're still a goat. You can see its bum shining in the dark. Beehives. I was going to say, I'm sure a lot of the time they have bees. Oh dear, stop setting fire to the tree. I don't think you actually get anything out of killing the swarms of bees, but they will kill you if they get the chance. So honey, okay. I think that was from a previous. See if we can get higher. Ooh, get closer. No, I'm not getting the prompt for it. We'll leave that tree standing there. Cut down a few more of these. Is that it? A couple of twigs. Oh, no, more twigs. Missed. Missed totally. Hmm. No stamina. I keep thinking that I'm hearing something creeping up on us, but I'm not. Okay, let's head back and make this door. Scaffolding, very nice. Storage, very nice. Okay, we are going to need a fireplace, so I'm just going to go ahead and make one of those now. Let's make some doors. Okay, let's get our fireplace and turn it round. Oh, missed. Turn it round. Oh, we will put it. Where should we put it? Oh, we'll put it there. And then we'll put our door and our window on our hotbar somewhere. Let's get rid of all of these. They're not usable. Okay. There we go. Isn't that nice? We get a rested bonus. Depending on the sort of aesthetic beauty of your home, your rested bonus can be increased. So it's worth it to beautify your surroundings. Let's see if we can make a mattress. See if we can get some sleep. No, because we're going to need some torn cloth. Okay. How many strings did it say? I should really read these things, shouldn't I? 3. Okay. What are you doing, woman? I don't know. Don't bully me. Are we still going to have enough? Yes. Okay. Brilliant. So we need one more torn cloth, which we might be able to get from a... one of these undead fellas, if we can find one. There's one stumping about in the dark over there. Let's go and have a conversation. Right, give me your clothes. Nothing. Okay. We'll just take some more berries. Need some more stuff. I don't really want to go into the shroud in the dark because the darkness kind of makes it worse. Or the shroud makes the darkness seem worse. Seems even darker than before. We'll pick up some more fireflies. And turn them into a lamp. Oh, mushroom. Okay, how do I get there? Around here. Wonderful. Long keep. Level 2. Skill point. Just take some more of these things. Ah, that's nice, isn't it? It's nearly dawn. I much prefer it when the sun comes up. You can go about in the dark, and it's fine to do so, but the bad guys come out more and more into the darkness. Come on, I saw a prompt a second ago. Just give me that rabbit leg. There we go. Let's do some cooking. And that becomes cooked wolf meat. Let's have a read of this. A good night's rest. To sleep, eat and rest. Finally, a break from the tedious work. My bones are sore, but the warmth of a fire, a little shelter and some sleep should allow me to become well rested. Food is getting scarce. I hear they're planning an expedition. Thankfully, I had some rations below my bed. They will make for a nice meal when cooked over a fire. So some pieces of text in the world give you little hints as to, things that you should be doing. So this was good because we are warm, and if we are over here, somewhere, there we go, sheltered, and there's comfort here because there's a bed and get some water. There's a bed and a table and some other bits and bobs. Oh look, there's the food. I've never actually found that piece of food before. I always just assumed it was talking about all of the raw bits over here. Okay, let's get our axe, our stone axe, and just beat up some bits and bobs from around here. Pick up some resources. Oh, nope, don't do that. We're going to need that well. We'll pick up these bits and bobs. Come on. Thank you. So you can scoop water from wells, but it's not really necessary to do so because you will find a lot of it in boxes around the place. Actually, first of all, before we, because there is a little fella down there. I don't know if you can see him moving about in the mist. Before we go down there and say hello, let's have some berries and get some health regen going. And let's eat one of our, I don't know, what is this, a rabbit leg? Let's eat a rabbit leg. I could use a bandage as well, but I don't really think it's necessary. So let's go downstairs and say hi. Hi. There we go. These low level ones are pretty easy to counter, but as they get higher level and as the amount of shroud that you go into is sort of more extensive, covers a wider area, you can end up in some trouble. Arrows. Arrows are always useful. Let's break some of these pots, see what we get. Aha! That last piece of torn cloth that we need. Now we can make ourselves a bed. Yeah, see, there's loads of water all over the place. I should be using the other. I should be using this for that, really. going to take some of these resources. Very helpful. The more metal pieces you pick up, the better as well. So it is useful to break kind of all of this sort of stuff to see if you can find any metal pieces. Because they're actually not as easy to come by because you won't be able to find them just kind of laying around in the world. It's not like trees or rocks or what have you. You end up having to break things in the earlier stages of the game. There will eventually be areas that you come across where you can mine it. But that's a bit later on. More arrows and a bandage. Thank you very much. We'll take that as well. More plant fibre. Plant fibre is one of those things that you can never have too much of. Nearly everything needs string. Where did that spark just go? Up there. Okay. Let's have a look at these tents. Thank you. Oh. Captain's Journal, Day 1. Hold the chamber to your last breath. These were the words of the Ancient One, before he entered with a handful of our best warriors. It was the first time I'd seen one of his kind, and I expect it will be the last. His face is burned in my mind. My life and those of my remaining soldiers are pledged to this sacred duty. Captain Arkwright. Okay, thank you. Yes, we shall have that. You guys look like you ought to have metal. Nothing. Did you have anything useful? No? No. A cloth, alright, we'll take it. Ugh, can't see. Nothing useful. A string. Thank you. Anything? Nope. Let's come outside. Okay. Tar. It seems a bit disrespectful to smash this up. Luckily, it's below the level of the axe. Okay. We get to remain respectful, I suppose. More string. String is always good. What else do we have? Some boxes to destroy. Oh, that one's too low as well. More water. Water's quite useful actually because it will increase your stamina. Which in a game like this is always in short supply. More logs. We're looking for metal, really. Bits of metal. Logs, logs. I thought I saw something. Can't do anything with that. Let's come up here. Do you have anything? Bones. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Nothing? Nope. Nothing at all. Okay. Yep, blocking. Okay. Let's go up to this taller level. We'll just pinch these bushes first before we go. Thank you. What's over here? Oh, okay. So that's where we came out of earlier. From up there. Went through the tunnels and popped out there. Let's have a little look-see around here. Oh. Hello. The Mad Hatter's Tea Party? End of the World edition? More bones. Fur. Okay. Ooh. Bits of hide. Or animal fur. Shouldn't be cruel to the goats. I thought I saw a prompt pop up over there. I didn't. Nope. Not getting very far. Hop. Nothing. Anything. What do we got? I think I'm going to make a an axe as well. because it's beginning to annoy me ever so slightly. We can't make downward motions with the axe. Because some of these guys really ought to have metal on them. But they don't. Just destroy the tables and chairs. Nothing interesting here. Let's have a look. I didn't find that in the demo. Must have been there, but obviously just not that observant. No metal anywhere. Don't try telling me that I can't reach that. And there's nothing in it at all anyway. Okay. You win. Ho-ho. Thank you. We will definitely take these. And some bones. Wonderful. Should we try destroying this? No metal. I'm beginning to not really believe this. I think we're being lied to. Yeah, I saw that prompt. Come on. Thank you. He's just thinking longingly of the lemons and tomatoes of the old world. Let's read. Love letter to Queen Jasmina. Jasmina, is it true? The ancients call upon you to stay behind as the rest of us slumber. Will you be there when I awake? Please, you cannot leave my side. You're my all. Why must we change? I miss the old days when we used to travel together side by side. You let me linger next to you. You held my hand. And now, all this secrecy, for what? I thought you could confide in me. I don't want the ancients to drive us apart. I'll lose all faith. If you must go, at least give me a farewell kiss. All my heart, Emily. Are you Emily? It doesn't look like it turned out very well for you. There was another set of stairs. Ooh, over here. Let's have a look. Wait! I haven't got my weapon out! Ah! Oh! Oh. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm really sorry. Thank you for the fur. There's another one down here. Oh. Evil demon rat. Leave me alone. Okay. Very helpful. We'll have that and that and that and that. I'm sorry about the frame rate lag. It seems to be coming in and out a little bit. Oh, and we've totally frozen. Right. We crashed. What I was saying about the frame rates. Can I mine you to death? I can mine you to death. Yeah, there I was saying about the frame rates and saying, oh, sorry about them, they're getting a bit low. And then, you know, speak things into existence, suddenly the whole game's gone. Pick up with what we were doing. So, because we had to reload, because I had to restart the entire game, it's quite apparent that things have respawned. So, stuff like trees and bushes and things will regrow, but other items like the piles of wood left lying around very nicely for us to find, the potions and so on, are not meant to respawn necessarily. So, yeah. It just makes it quite obvious. I thought I heard something. Nope, okay. Quite obvious what's happened to us. I'll just recheck all of this lot, make sure we've not forgotten anything. Let's have another look in here. I can't remember what these chests had. Oh, arrows. Okay, well that's very useful. Once we are finished... We've got another mouse in here somewhere. Once we are finished checking out this area, we are going to go down into the shroud. And go and get some metal, because the deposits around here are not... Is that a running jump? Not particularly impressive, but we do need metal at one point. More arrows of a different type, very useful. Now I have a feeling that's going to empty us right into the shroud. Oop, okay. Yeah. And we got a couple of friends. Hello. In the earlier parts of the game, it seems like the combat is quite simplistic. Just, you know, click. Click again. Do nearly nothing. And just beat the enemy to death. But the skill tree does give you actions that you can use. I've never gotten far enough in the demo to actually, or, you know, just testing the game before filming, to actually unlock any skills. Let's just check. Is there anyone here? Nope. Nobody here. Okay, wonderful. Let's read this. The blue jays no longer drift so carelessly through the air. Something is changing. A nebula flows towards us, springs from the abyss like a tidal wave. They call it the Shroud. It carries disease and suffering, changes soil and people. I must understand this madness, but discovering a remedy will be difficult with supply lines cut off by the soldiers. Let's just beat this up a little bit. Actually, before we go any further, let's sort out the hotbar, because it is beginning to irritate me a little bit. We'll leave that there. Move you. No, there's nothing else useful up here that we can swap it to. Got a grilled mushroom. We have one grilled mushroom. Okay. Nothing useful. Okay, never mind. It was worth a try. Search these piles of things. So on this bookshelf there is a load of books which we can pick up if we want to. We can dismantle it and pick up the books, but I've not actually found a use for them yet, so I don't really know what, you know, what to do with them. They just seem to take up inventory space. I don't know, maybe somebody who's gotten further along in the game than I have in the comments, maybe you could explain what we're supposed to do with the books. Are they just literally for aesthetics or what? Oh, a lockpick. Okay, well we can't open that then. Let's get out of the shroud. So that little bar at the top is saying caution. What was that? A rock. Okay, well we shall collect you. Let's have a look over here. And then I think it's going to be important that we actually, you know, build a slightly bigger base. And maybe start putting down some storage and things like that. So we can empty our pockets. in preparation for... Ooh, that's nice. Preparation for going deeper into the game. Oops. Lots of lovely metal, look at that. Ooh, pick that up. Plenty of arrows, that's nice. These things, these sort of shining hooks, we need to have a grappling hook to be able to use. And then we can climb up there and then swing on that thing over to there, climb up those sort of trestles and then up and away. Let's have a few more of these bits and pieces. Scare the bejesus off some goats. Chase them. There's a wolf over there somewhere. I think. Yeah, there. So we'll try and avoid him. I don't particularly want to tangle with the wolves at any point. They're not very difficult or dangerous, but they have a habit of jumping, and I'm not that fond of stuff which jumps at my face. Okay, let's go back to our crafting table. And oh, why haven't you loaded in? What's wrong with your texture? Okay. I have to simply put up with that being ugly for the time being. Okay, we can make a rake. For a glider we need shroud wood, animal fur, grappling hook we need shroud spores. Okay, let's get back to our bed. No slots available in the backpack. Okay. Let's just make some room then by kicking out a few of these. To make a proper bed we need animal fur. We'll make one light. And let's just click on all of these, get rid of these little yellow things. That's slightly annoying. No slot available in the backpack. Okay. Well, let's come in and we'll turn you around and we'll just, I guess, plonk the mattress on the floor there. Over here. That's better. Slightly. It's kind of ugly still, but never mind. It's better than before. And now we'll make some storage. And we're just going to put this right in front of the door. They open forwards, which means that you can stack them nicely. I mean, you could probably stack them anyway and still get access to them, but it's more aesthetically pleasing, so I like this. Can we make another one? We need some string. The storage space afforded isn't particularly big. We'll just put them next to each other. Okay. And we'll dump some of these less useful right now items. They're not very useful. Put the fireflies down. Put that down, that down, that down, that down, that down, that down. And the rubble, I suppose. Things that we don't necessarily have use for right this moment. We'll put you away. And some bones. And the shroud spores we don't have room for. Because we're full already. Okay. Okay. That'll do for now. Remind me what we needed for a bed. Animal fur. Okay. Let's just pop that there. Okie dokie. Shall we make this slightly bigger, or should we go down into the shroud and get some stuff, I wonder? We do now have a bed. I think we can go down into the shroud. I mean, we are pretty much butt naked at this point, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure we'll survive, right? Button mashing. Very helpful. Yeah, we'll have all of that. Skedaddle on over here. Follow this path. So we're not able to cross the bridge yet. It has got big gaps in it and we do need a grappling hook in order to traverse those gaps. So we're going to go down into the shroud and get some shrouded wood to make ourselves a grappling hook. Let's just beat up a few of these bits first, get some extra loot. Oh, that didn't work the way I planned. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you. In here. Read this. Captain's Journal, Day 6. The raiders have besieged us these past 2 days, attacking from the bridge. Their eyes, such madness. We have withheld so far, but only just. We may not survive the next assault. I've ordered to rig the pass with our last munitions. If those scavengers return, we are prepared. Okay, so the bridge was destroyed on purpose. More arrows. Very useful, but not right now, since we don't have a bow. Yep, thank you. I'll have more water. And we'll just eat another rabbit's leg because our health bar has returned to its usual puny state. A new torch, thank you. Captain's Journal, Day 20. We are hungry. We had to destroy the bridge, and with it our connection to supplies. But it worked. We haven't seen any more scavengers. The Cinder Vault and those within it are safe, and should remain so. If we are to avoid starvation, we may have to take our chances in the horrible shroud. Either choice is certain death. Captain Arkwright. More arrows and a bandage this time, thank you. I thought I saw something coming up the path. Nothing. Stay on the path, lest the shroud's kin take you. Salvation lies straight ahead. Yep. More or less. I don't know if they're any stronger in the shroud or what. It stands to reason that they would be, because it's kind of their territory. Still going to take that. These little vials left lying around, yeah, as it says, restore your time at the top of the screen. So you can hang about in the shroud for longer. We'll just search a few of these bits. We have some shroud wood and some nails. That's good. Plenty of metal coming up now. What's that? A rock. Wow, thank you. I know it probably seems a little bit like cheating to just be picking up bits of, you know, bits and pieces off the floor. But you spend such a long time getting resources. We're going to have to kill this guy because he's seen us now. You spend such a long time getting resources that you could just pick them up off the floor. It makes sense to do so, even if it does feel a little bit cheap sometimes. And we'll collect some shroud liquid. Okie dokie. Now the trees, the shroud wood, you can only really get from proper trees. I know there's all these kind of mushroomy type things left lying around, but that's not the correct axe. There we go, that's better. We'll pick up as much of this as we can with the time that we've got remaining. It is getting dark, so that's not our only worry. Let's get back up here. The path is over there. Okay. Oh! Oh! I didn't even hear him! Go on then, respawn me. Okay. I'll have that. That was one hit. And our body, with some of the stuff from our bag, let's equip that. Some of the stuff from our bag is over there. I wonder if going down into the shroud now is such a good idea. Because it is getting to night time. And it can go very quickly. And we're about to get killed again. Leave me alone. Thank you. Yeah, I think we're not going to make it down into the shroud before it all goes horribly wrong. Okay. Try again tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it's dark. There's the house. Okay. I know it's dark for you guys, but I promise it is dark for me as well. Can barely see anything. Let's get into our house. Shut the door. Hut. It's a hut. Yeah, we might as well cook up this wolf meat. I don't think there is anything else to cook. No. Okay. And we'll just sleep next to the window. As you can see up in the left-hand corner, it's got night speed times 60. If you are on a server with friends, you only really get that speed boost if all of you are tucked up in your beds ready to sleep. I was just thinking we'll dump some of this stuff while we're here. There we go. And we'll go back to the site of our body. And rescue whatever was in our pockets at the time. Just go straight down. Ooh, okay. It's our little grave marker. Are we being guarded? I wonder. Well, there's one unpleasant character over there. Let's go say hello. Hello. I think I hear somebody else. Being extra careful now. Okay, let's go and beat up this tree and then we'll go back. Go and beat up this tree and then we will go back up. Oops, wrong key. Back up to the house and see what we can make. We'll just take that as well. Wrong key. Oh! Oh, that's better. The Shroud is objectively a very, pretty place aesthetically. I quite like blue. And it's got all the mushrooms and it's so different looking from the rest of the game, but yeah, the rest of the game is quite pretty as well. Beautiful, but apparently deadly if you're not paying any attention to your surroundings anyway. No, they spotted me. Effective! Yeah, so it is. You got animal fur on you, yep. No, we're not going to catch that guy. Seems a little cruel to blow them up with bombs anyway. Yes, we'll take you. Get some cardio in. When you visit your workbench, all your items get repaired. So you don't get the same thing in other games where you have to keep making axes, pickaxes. Oh dear, your armor's broken, but you can't fix it, so you've now got to make an entirely new set. Or run around for several hours in broken gear until you manage to find something useful to replace it with. Okay, let's make ourselves a grappling hook. Need some more string to make the glider. The glider is incredibly useful. Incredibly useful. Okay, we need more animal fur. I think we're okay with the mattress that we've got. I know it's not, particularly comfortable, but for the time being at least, it will certainly do. So I don't think we really need to worry about replacing it just yet. Armour, string. It would be worth putting some of this on. Making it and putting some of this on, because we are, fairly naked at this point. So 7 pieces of string. Just about. There we go. Put that on, put that on, that on. Can we? No, we can only delete them. Okay, we'll have that. And that, thank you very much. We're looking slightly less naked. Looking slightly more as if we have some kind of chance to survive. Okay. Let's pop some of this stuff away. And we will put some of these things away as well. I'm just going to put all of it in there. We're going to dump the hammer as well because we don't really need that just yet. I think that is going to be it for this episode. I think next episode we are going to go and see whether we can travel through the shroud and find the sleeping survivor, as is our current journal quest. So thank you very much for coming along with me. Yeah, if you are an old subscriber, thank you very much for coming back and viewing this video. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for coming along, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.